And here we are. And welcome to the Mrs. V Night Shift. I am Mrs. V, Scarlett Vespa. And tonight we have the gorgeous Georgia Branch with us from SILVERFOX Management. Welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me at my house.
At your house, and your house, which I am just going to go out here and grab something. Your house, which is on the most incredible position in Bondi Beach. If you could see it, it's amazing. And just arriving, smelling that beautiful Bondi Beach air.
The sea air. Oh, we're very lucky.
Oh, incredible, incredible. So thank you for being here.
You're most welcome.
Let's get going. And so we're going to talk about the day. How was your day today?
I had one of those days today.
Yes.
You know, if I'm honest, it was one of those, it was all a bit frantic. We had a delivery, we're doing a big shoot tomorrow for the agency and we had a delivery that didn't arrive. So that just kind of threw a little bit of a spanner in the works. It was one of those ones.
Yes,
and then, you know, but then you manage to get it done. You go, yep, big tick. And then I got a couple of no's, but I go, you know what, that's fine, that's character building. And then I have this amazing night. So everything's just been going on up.
Well, have you been feeling, because I know for me today, I had a shoot this morning with a gorgeous client and it was there was something quite kind of magical that happened. Andrew, if you're listening, this morning, which was in the room, and I know because it was the eclipse as well this morning. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't. You know what? I should have known about that because of Sue's interview, because she told me that something big was happening. And when I was looking and wondering why today went so awry for me,
yes,
I did listen to Sue's interview, and then I tried to find out what was going on. And I had no idea that the eclipse happened. So now it all makes sense.
Well, I didn't realise it was so big, in fact, but some people have been waiting 50 years for this eclipse. So like, wow. So it's just, again, meant to be like manifesting what you want and keeping that going. Okay. But I can feel it. There's definitely a kind of a palpable thing happening, and I don't, or whether I'm just overwhelmed with so much work I have to do. I'm not sure which is the one, but something's happening.
But are you getting is it a big, overwhelming, good energy feeling?
No, it's good. It's a good feeling. It's like, I was saying to someone today, it's like I could actually save the world and change the world, but then in the next second I could kill the driver that's just overtaken me in the wrong way.
I had that day.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like I'm so quick to respond, but then I'm in this space where I could change the universe or I understand why we're here. It's like, it's really weird.
Yeah, it's a bit of a roller coaster at the moment.
Bit of a roller coaster. Yeah. So let's talk about, now dear Mrs. V, the question I had today, which I wanted to point to you actually, was what was the thing that made you start your agency? What was the thing?
I was getting a little bit disenchanted with corporate world, and then I got a big old nudge from my boyfriend Chris, and he told me it's time, you've got to do this, you've been thinking about it, gave me that nudge that I needed, and that was it. I think we had this good insight, but you know, whenever you've got a good insight, you know you've got something, but to actually kind of take that leap and make that change, it takes that extra little bit of gusto. So I do give him partial credit, but we just thought, you know what, this is just, it's so unfair, and kind of the industry wasn't reacting in the way that it should to how, you know, stylish and awesome, particularly women over 40 are, and advertisers were just ignoring it. So we thought, you know what, someone's got to step in and make a bit of a change.
Because just so you know, George has just started with Bridget an agency called SILVERFOX Management, which is all for over 35s?
Over 30s.
Over 30 Can you believe that?
That's
ages. Unusual.
I know.
Believe it.
Well, in the modelling industry, this is the mad thing.
Yeah,
you know, you look on most model agency websites and they say, you know, don't worry about applying if you're over 16. So
I mean, but I just give great credit for you to doing that, and it's changing, and the timing is awesome. So wonderful to know what was the thing that happened, and want to hear more about it, because we'll be talking to you more about it. Now tell me, so what was the shift, what's on your shift list? What was the thing for you?
I think that there was a thing about finding the right partner, and I think that that's always a big thing. So that kind of makes you go, okay, I'm taking like a little wobble, and then you find the right person to go in it with you, and that makes you take the full-blown shift. So and that's I think that was a kind of a nice big shift for me. And then I think, you know, you just continue having all of those shifts, you know, a really big one that's happened, you know, in the last 6 months for me personally is where we've had this really great business idea, and we really think that there's a lot of business sense in this and brand sense in this. People can, you know, make more money essentially at the end of the day by widening the tribe that they're talking to and talking to people of all ages who are relevant to the brand. But for us now, it's turned into this big emotional shift. So we're now so incredibly emotionally invested in, you know, we don't want things to stay the same. And we've been really pushing it hard, and we've been going out to the media. And I think that a testament to the success of it, and the reason that people like yourself want to come board and be part of the agency, is because it's really now, this is a new tribe. This is an age-positive movement, and this needs to happen because no longer will we be sidelined.
No, and I love it, and I just think the shift in that, for me, which I know in the work that I'm doing, is people want meaningful work, and I think you've actually you shifted into the understanding, living and breathing that in your own work. I love it. Okay, so tell me, what's the best advice that you have ever received?
Quit your day job.
I love that. That's so true.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's the big one. I think, you know, and everything comes in that, right? It's about follow your passions and do the things that really make you kind of want to get up in the morning and make you feel good. Yeah. Because then you put your heart and soul into it, and that's what makes the difference, I think, in businesses especially. Absolutely. And then the second one, I've got two, is just when you're there, be present. Like, be present where you are. I think, you know, I'm so guilty of this so many times. I try to catch myself out on it all the time. But, you know, just constantly being attached to your phone and not being there in the room with people is the worst thing that you can do. At the end of the day, the phone doesn't matter. It's all about the relationship with the person on the other end. So
I love that. It's so true. It's so true. And I think more people are realising that, the importance of it. And I know at one point my lovely husband was saying, gosh, I'm on the phone so much to different people, and because he knew how much work I had to do. Yeah. But I just said it's relationships, and that's my tribe, and that's who I, you know, relate and need to be with. So beautiful.
And then when you're with your gorgeous hubby,
Yes, that's it. I'm with him when I'm with him. Tell me, so the best tool, what's the best personal development tool that you've used?
I actually love Tim Ferriss's book, Tools of Titans, and it's something that I keep going back to all the time. So obviously he's a really famous investor and podcaster, and he's interviewed everyone from, you know, like famous sports stars to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's made this kind of toolkit, I guess, which is Tools of Titans, and it talks and dilutes over 100 or 200 episodes of his podcast into his best bits of juicy advice and life tips and things they do and how they get up in the morning and what people eat, how they, you know, have a winner's mindset, all that type of thing.
I think I have heard it, because I was just
it's super cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's the guy who wrote the 4-Hour Work Week and all that kind of thing.
Right, got it.
So he's all about being really productive and finding out from other people what makes them special and productive and getting shit done.
We'll put that on the post below. So awesome. Thank you.
It's very good.
Tell me, Mrs. V, Australian made. So, well, we've just done the podcast, so you'll have to listen to the full story, but this is your product, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a little bit biased, so thank you for giving me a shameless plug.
Yes, of course.
But so I have a brand called Hempel, which is a 100% Australian owned and grown hemp seed protein. We're also going to be expanding into lots of different hemp products, so really high omega-3, 6, 9 essential fatty acids, magnesium, zinc, high fibre. It's just so darn good for you, and it doesn't get you high. You can eat it all day and you won't fail your roadside drug test, I promise. So it's a really tasty. I have it in my smoothie every day. Makes me feel good. Fantastic.
Well, we'll put a link to that as well below. Thank you. Because the one thing about Georgia I love when we talk, and you can hear in the podcast, is she has a really strong, sustainable vision, and I think which is really great with all the work that you're doing on the media side, which is unusual. So well done, you.
Thank you.
Next thing is, what's your favourite nightcap?
Oh, I don't even have my nightcap with me.
Oh, that's right. Water?
I'm like, a glass of water.
A glass of water. What do you like to have?
You know what? It varies day to day. Probably on a Tuesday, I'd go for a Pooka Tea Tux tea. But you know, closer towards the end of the week, I can't go past a nice big Aussie red.
Yes. Filipino. So, are you a tea drinker? Do you like?
I love teas.
Teas like herbals?
See, I'm not a real kind of. There's really people who don't have any herbal teas, and they say that's not tea and it's not from a tea tree, and that means that I appreciate your position, but I can't say that I agree with you. It's
okay.
Yeah, for me, I like to get a little bit experimental. I've got all kind of
good.
crazy stuff going on in the teas.
Oh, good. We'll put down on the post just a kind of a combination. No, I know. So it was funny because I went to do. Who was that? Over at Kay's. That's right. Her interview. She goes, "Well, I know you don't drink teas. You know, herbal teas." She'd heard of the thing because I was going, "I don't like herbal teas." I don't know what it is. There's a perfume thing for me, so I'm not sure. There's
Oh, there you go.
very unusual. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to pull an affirmation card.
Okay. I mean, I was a bit nervous for this bit. I don't know why I was nervous for this bit. I have to shuffle, don't I? Okay, I've seen this.
You do.
I know the process.
Thinking about this is a card to know how can we have a great day tomorrow for all of us, and also there's an energy that comes through which is really nice. And this is, read it.
I am free because...
That's it. So what it means, she's like,
oh, so this is a different one.
It's good because what it means is that for people, you have to find the reason for you don't have to share it, but it's for all of us. So for me, when I find a reason, because what it does is when you find a reason inside, you actually get the internal connection, and there's a neural path that actually solidifies the affirmation. So rather than going, I am beautiful, and then that kind of, well, I don't feel it, do you know what I mean? You actually have needed to hear that. So we've all needed to hear that. So in some way, there must be a part for us all that we need to kind of be reminded.
I like this one.
That we're free. So has that resonated with something
for
you
I
today?
feel like it's totally resonating. I'm just sitting here like having weird little smiles to myself. People are probably watching going, that's weird, she's doing weird faces. But
it's good to look so
it's good. It's getting a physical reaction. I feel, this feels good.
Good.
Yeah.
So find the reason for you, because that will just help really instill having a good night's sleep, your night to kind of find the place. And sometimes you've got this card maybe because you don't feel free, and it's about you finding the reason in your own mind to kind of go, oh yeah, actually I am free. Because that's what happens. We get caught up in the story, and this is just a little bit of a reminder. So lastly is we want to say good night and love and sparkle to you, and thank you so much for joining me and letting me into your gorgeous home, which is divine. I'll be back here in summer. We'll do a summer night.
Do summer nights. It'll be sunny then and we can have a look outside.
We'll do the day program. Have a great night and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We're going to be out, tomorrow we're at Raya's home, which is, she's a psychic and beautiful energy healer. She's so gorgeous, and we'll get to meet her and hear her story and her tips. And we'll see you then. Good night.